Well, that's not good. This is the fifth one. First, a convertible that kept dropping its exhaust, then a concept electric trike, an electric microcar that I drove 300 kilometers to buy and never got to bring home, and a cargo trike that nearly ended in court. I don't learn. This one's an AMR 400, or King Box 2 according to the Chinese paperwork. Cargo trike, 3 wheels, electric, 400 kilos of cargo, top speed 43 kilometers an hour, €800. I'm calling it the King. 16-inch wheel at the front, two 12-inch at the back, open cabin, 2 previous owners. The first was a harbour authority. They put a set of work lights on it, then they drove it into the back of a truck. Somehow that tipped it over. Back left wheel took the worst of it. After all that, they ripped the work lights back out and sold it on. Guy who bought it couldn't get the electrics working again and sold it to me. Again, for €800. You're about to see what couldn't get the electrics working looks like. This is the state the harbour guys left the electronics in. Rear fuse box, same. When I bought it, the main battery cable was disconnected. The motor looks fine, it drives at least, which is lucky, as the guy sold it as non-running. It's also more than I can say about some of my other projects. There are cut wires all over. None of them go anywhere. Don't see anything. Took me a while to understand that they used to feed the work lights from a separate 12-volt battery. They removed that too. The dead ones get taped off so nothing shorts later. I'm leaving in the cables that have a bit of slack. If I ever want to put the lights back on, those will be useful. There's a second plug on the side, not the charging port. I don't know what this one does.
75 Volt.
That's the battery.
Das?
That plug runs 75 volts straight off the pack. That's me asking my father to trip the breaker.
Das ist einfach nur die Batteriespannung. Baller.
Still hot.
Ja, hier ist immer noch Strom drauf.
So that's a thing.
Weil das ist einfach nur ein Pin direkt an die Batterie und das ist der Ladestecker, der geht da rein.
It's not a standard connector. It doesn't match anything I have, but it seems to be a deliberate design choice.
Das ist nicht nachgerüstet, das ist so gedacht.
Das ist wahrscheinlich ein Stecker für ein Notfall
Sure.
für einen Zweit-AG.
The front box gets tidied. Nothing disconnected that shouldn't be. As far as I can tell, at least. Don't ask me why there are still a dozen loose connectors in there. Apart from the damaged casing, it seems fine. Of course, my father spotted something under the vehicle. Looks like it took a hit from below at some point. At least they missed the 3 main beams. The rear box is interesting. Mode jumpers for forward and reverse, a voltage selector, 60 or 72 volts depending on how many batteries are fitted, and a speed limit jumper that caps the whole thing at 25 kilometers an hour if I wanted to. The labels are in English, not Chinese. On a vehicle like this, that is genuinely unusual. There's a reverse beeper, taped so it's not too unbearable. The soft start connector is active, which is strange because this thing launches like it's been kicked. Box goes back together, even the clasp still works. I've never plugged it in until this point. It's sat all winter, so it's a miracle the batteries are not dead. I'm expecting a fuse to blow, or worse.
Jetzt ist rot.
Aha.
Ah, jetzt geht doch der Film.
Aha. Wir haben einen Ventilator. Wir haben ein Netzteil.
Ah,
Keine Explosion.
Scheint zu funktionieren.
it charges.
Zu sehen.
Whatever else is wrong with this thing, the electronics are fine.
Okay.
That's a massive relief.
Wunderbar.
Then I looked at the brakes. My father worked it out before I did. The caliper's seized. It's not moving the way it should.
Dass der sich aufschaut. Der soll ja hier ein bisschen schwimmen können.
Pumping the brakes, and instead of the pad clamping the disc,
Genau das
the wheel
soll
is
nicht
moving.
passieren.
That is not how brakes work. So, electrically it's fine. Mechanically, it's a project. I'm not going to fix this in someone else's driveway though. It's time to come home. Next time, it goes up on the lift, and I finally get a proper look at the front brake, and at that back wheel.